LSU's going to try to win with a two-point play. Takes a toss sweep, bootlegs out to the right. He's going to try to throw. We're chasing him. We miss him. There he's got a man open, and we block it. Somebody saved us, a linebacker. Will Witherspoon blocked it. Pass out wide over the 40 to 35 to 30. He's turning it on. Patrick pass all the way to dumps it out, and we bat it in the air, and we intercept it. Is that Kendall Bell on the 32?
Snap. Cop sets it down, and there's a long kick. It is good. Tech coming up with a lot of people. Quincy retreating, fires, and the tight end caught the ball. Javaris Johnson dives, the corner, touchdown! They run a man up the middle, are coming on the corner. Quincy fires, touchdown in the corner!
Steps and looks and fires, and we intercepted Harris on the 35. Quincy's going to take it and drop back, and going to run a keeper. Touchdown!
In the world of athletics, the greatest title one can have is champion. It's an annual goal set by many, but achieved by few. For all 12 teams whose quest is to become Southeastern Conference champion, the championship road is a difficult one. The Georgia Bulldogs entered 1999 as one of the nation's youngest teams, but feeling they had narrowed the talent gap on SEC powers Tennessee and Florida. The SEC learning curve, however, is demanding and leaves no margin for error. Finding the right blend of talent and experience is a never-ending process, one that Georgia head coach Jim Donnan constantly strives to attain. Donnan's philosophy on coaching is simple. Put his best players on the field and give them the opportunity to make big plays. It's a plan that has helped him win a national championship at Marshall and at Oklahoma, and a plan that's obvious on game day. In this year's season opener versus Utah State, Terrence Edwards wasted no time showing his big play potential as Donnan immediately put confidence in his talented freshman.
Quincy straightened up and went back down. Now he's back in the pocket, and he's going to lead Edwards complete to the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10. Touchdown!
On the day, Edwards would have 10 receptions for 196 yards, the second most yards receiving in a game in Bulldog history.
Phillips, the quarterback, fires a long bomb down the right side, and Terrence made a great catch and went in to score on a long bomb.
Quincy Carter passed for 320 yards as Georgia rolled up 595 yards of total offense. Corey Robinson had 2 interceptions, and the Bulldog defense created 6 turnovers in a 38-7 Georgia victory.
It's a great feeling to come out on our team and start the season out with a win. I mean, it's a very important fact, and we just have to get away with a win. You're going to start off fast, I mean, I know this is a non-conference game, but, we can't, we have to play to our level, and we have to come out fast and try to cut down the mistakes early.
They brought out some stuff that, some things we hadn't expected, really, but that's what you're going to get when a team has nothing to lose by playing you, but you got everything to lose for that.
Yeah, I've been put under pressure my whole life, having Robert as my big brother, starting early at Washington County as a quarterback. So I don't think that, I'm going to have a little butterflies, but it wasn't as, I was so nervous I'm going to drop a pass.
You can talk about we made mistakes in the running game and all that, but it's the first game of the season. We got a victory. Defensively, we played good. We met all our goals that we wanted to do, as far as scoring points. I looked at the total yards, what we wanted. So, you can try to find answers for this and that, but a W is a W no matter what.
Game 2 saw Lou Holtz and the South Carolina Gamecocks come to Athens, and it didn't take long for Georgia's new passing combination to showcase itself once again.
Third down, snap, Quincy back, steps forward, got time, and there's a man open, touchdown down the middle.
Georgia would also display its running game as freshman Charles Grant capped a long drive with a touchdown on his first collegiate run.
Toss sweep again to Big Grant, touchdown!
Oh, yeah. Sophomore Jasper Sanks would show the Bulldog faithful why Donnan has remained a believer in his talents. The former USA Today All-American rushed for 130 yards and scored his first touchdown, while the defense held the Gamecocks to 218 total yards, only 46 rushing. Georgia improved to 2-0 with a 24-9 domination of Carolina as the new breed of Bulldog just keeps getting better.
I really didn't expect to play as much receiver as I did today, but I mean, it felt great just to be on the field again.
How nice is it to get that first SEC win?
That's tremendous. You know, that's the number one thing we had to do was to go out and get a W this week. You know, it wasn't real pretty, but we got the job done.
We really wanted to come out and don't let them establish too much early, because if they thought, you know, if they came out to a good start, they think they could play with us. And we really didn't want them to come out and have the confidence.
Yeah, our defense has become like a Florida State type defense. We got a lot of players that can contribute on the defensive side of the ball. And, you know, every day we go out and play hard, and we'll come out with victories like this if we play as a team.
The following week against Central Florida, Quincy and his newfound freshman friend Terrence Edwards wasted little time connecting once again.
Shotgun Quincy with a lot of receivers. Back to throw right down the middle for a touchdown.
Jasper Sanks would top the century mark for the second time, rushing for 149 yards and a touchdown on only 19 carries.
Give it to Sanks, pull a blocker, get him out there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. Jasper Sanks going down the left side, go with a 10 to 5.
Carter and Michael Greer connected for the last Georgia touchdown, and the Bulldog defense would come up with several big plays down the stretch as Georgia improved to 3-0 with the 24-23 victory.
It's 11 guys that make a 54-yard field goal. It's not me. It's my holder, it's my snapper, it's my line, it's my wing guys. You know, I mean, their names should be mentioned, you know, a good bit, because you can't form the unit if you don't, you know, have all 11 guys doing their job at 100%.
From the day, you just got to learn to, you know, eliminate the mental errors and know that any team that's on the field with you come to play. I mean, you know, they came to play and everything, so we just got to learn from our mistakes, all the penalties and everything, and just go in there, let's shoot.
In Game 4, LSU came to town, and the Bulldog defense treated the Tigers to a very rude Athens welcome.
Steps inside, runs to the right, and we got him back in the 17. Steps and looks and fires, and we intercepted Harris on the 35. And looking, and going to throw down the middle, and we break it up. Booty going to hand it to Mealy, and they run a reverse to a receiver behind the line. We're chasing him, and we got him back there.
For the second time in 4 games, the defense picked off 3 passes, giving the Dogs an SEC leading 9 interceptions after 4 games. The Bulldog offense was in high gear behind a dominating rushing attack led by Sanks, who had his 3rd straight 100-yard game. He was helped by senior Patrick Pass, who contributed at receiver, as a kick returner, and in the backfield.
And he wanted to run the option. He did. He pitched it out there. I'm going to get pass out wide over the 40 to 35 to 30. He's turning it on. Patrick Pass all the way to score.
Georgia took the lead for good in the 4th quarter when Carter found redshirt freshman Randy McMichael for a touchdown and a 20-16 Bulldog lead. A Hap Hines field goal would give the Dogs a 7-point lead, but a late LSU touchdown would set up heroics by linebacker Will Witherspoon, who showed his athleticism on a game-saving play.
LSU's going to try to win with a 2-point play. Fakes a toss sweep, bootlegs out to the right. He's going to try to throw. We're chasing him. We miss him. There he's got a man open, and we block it. Somebody saved us, a linebacker. Will Witherspoon blocked it.
Bulldogs hold on for the 23-22 win, move to 4-0 on the season and into the top 10 of the national polls.
Woo, boy, what a game, what a game. I don't think my heart can take no more of them right there, boy. Usually on that route, I'm a decoy, but they had man-to-man coverage, and I gave them a move inside and went outside, and Quincy just pump fake and they froze him. I just got behind him, and I didn't know the ball was in there until I looked at it, and, you know, I was surprised I caught it first.
I had one or two choices. There was a man deep and a man short, and I just jumped up and hoped.
How sweet was it when you touched that ball?
It was about the greatest feeling I've ever had, let me tell you.
Next would come a showdown with defending national champion Tennessee before an ESPN national television audience. Quincy Carter showed why quarterback is the centerpiece of the Bulldog offense.
They're coming on, and one man missed him. He strides to run to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, up to the 34, and a first down. They're coming on. Quincy goes to the sideline. It is complete, and they knock him out on the 50. Quincy's running right. Throws on the run. Diving catch by the tight end, Javaris Johnson.
In this hard-fought top 10 showdown, Carter and Terrence Edwards would once again hook up for a big touchdown.
Quincy looks, pumps once, and now we're going to the end zone, and there he is. Touchdown!
The Dogs trailed in the fourth quarter when Quincy would find tight end Javaris Johnson for Georgia's second touchdown of the night. Then Jamie Henderson would come up with a big interception that he turned into 6 points.
Martin up, straightens up, pumps, throws, and we intercepted Henderson on the 47. Jamie running down the side over the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown!
Despite the comeback, the Dogs' effort came up short as they dropped to 4-1 on the year with a tough loss to the defending national champions. This new breed of Bulldog, however, doesn't stay down for long. In Game 6 against Vanderbilt, Georgia would raise the roof as it posted its biggest fourth-quarter comeback in over 30 years. A tenacious Bulldog defense kept pressure on the Commodores as they forced 4 interceptions that continued to put the offense in scoring position.
Zolman back to pass. Throws it right over the line. It's batted in the air, and our man caught the ball, dumps it out, and we batted in the air, and we intercepted. Is that Kendall Bell on the 32? Back to throw, fires, and we pick it off at the 30. We've intercepted a ball.
Georgia took the lead for good when Patrick Pass came up with the big reception that made it 24-17.
Fake, swing to the right. Quincy throws a pass. Caught by Patrick Pass at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Patrick Pass.
Bulldogs go on to win 27-17 and improve to 5-1 as they return home to face high-powered Kentucky.
Yeah, well, coming out, they jumped on us pretty fast. We had to settle down, and we knew that we were a better team down the line, and it's just a matter of time for us to start gelling. And it looks like starting the second quarter, second half, we all gelled and played like a SEC defense should play.
How does senior leadership make a difference in a game when you fall behind, the team's a little down after Tennessee last week? What do you do to step it up and show it?
I think the main thing is that we've been there before. Just the experience that we have in doing that, we just relax and just try to keep everybody calm because it's not over. It's never over.
And we had to have guys step up and make plays. We're starting to come together as an offensive line. We got 2 freshmen on the right side, and they're playing tremendous for us right now. And if we can keep gelling and running backs keep hitting the holes and running as hard as they're running, we're going to be in good shape.
We just stuck in there as a team. We're still young. We're going to make some mistakes, but hey, what can you say? When a team like this sticking it together, when nothing's working all game, and we come together in the fourth quarter and click like that, you can, just count your blessing on what we can do for the rest of the season.
It didn't take long against the Wildcats for the defense to show its dominance. Georgia would sack Kentucky quarterback Dusty Bonner 11 times on the day as the Bulldogs' depth simply overwhelmed the Wildcats' offensive line. Only 1 year ago, Kendrell Bell and Charles Grant were watching the Georgia highlight tape in their living room, hoping that one day they could play for the Dogs. Now they're two of the main reasons the Bulldogs are a top 10 program. Grant is the perfect example of how Coach Jim Donnan uses his players' talents to maximum advantage. His size and speed make him potent on both sides of the ball, and the Bulldog coaches are more than happy to accommodate Grant. Against Kentucky, he not only had 3 sacks, but he busted loose for a long touchdown run as well.
We give it to the I-back, and Big Grant, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They will never catch him. Touchdown!
In the 49-34 win over Kentucky, 10 first-year players received significant playing time as this new breed of Bulldog continues to build towards a championship future. It's proof positive of Donnan's commitment to putting the best athletes on the field and letting them showcase their ability. In the opening minutes, it appeared as if the Florida game would be an offensive shootout as both teams marched down the field on their first possessions. For the Dogs, it only took 3 plays before Quincy Carter found the end zone for the first time to tie the score at 7. Then in the second quarter, Quincy gave the Bulldogs a 14-10 lead.
3 wideouts. He runs the option left, and he's got room to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown!
From that point on, it was defense that kept Georgia in the game as they continually pressured Florida quarterback Doug Johnson.
Takes a snap. We're coming on him. One man missed him. The second man got him way back in the 40. Johnson takes it and is going to run. Kendrell Bell dove and got him back on the 7-yard line. And Doug Johnson is back. And one man got him on a sack inside the 5.
The Dogs fought to the end, but they fell to the Gators before heading back to Athens, where their seniors would play their final game between the hedges. For seniors like Orontes Grant and Steve Herndon, spending 4 years at Athens is a life-changing experience, one that will stay with them forever. It's always an emotional day when the players run out onto Sanford Stadium for their final time in a Bulldog uniform. Auburn jumped out to an early lead on Georgia, and the Bulldogs would spend much of the afternoon trying to rally. Quincy Carter and Terrence Edwards were in high gear as they helped Georgia rally for 3 second-half touchdowns.
From the 40, throws it down the middle, complete to Terrence Edwards on the 20, the 10, the 5, and in the corner, touchdown.
The Bulldogs came up short, however, as they fall to the Tigers before heading west to take on Ole Miss. Place kicker Hap Hines showed he was saving his best for last as he kicked 4 field goals to help Georgia once again rally from behind.
Snap. Kopp sets it down, and there's a long kick. It is good. And Hap cracked a 51-yarder.
Quincy Carter would complete 24 of 36 passes for 349 yards as the Dogs got big nights from receivers Terrence Edwards and Michael Greer, along with tight ends Randy McMichael and Javaris Johnson. Georgia finally rallied to tie the game on a Carter touchdown pass, then a 2-point conversion.
4-4 defense. Quincy going to throw. We got it. Michael Greer caught it wide open, about 8 yards deep in the end zone.
The Bulldog defense shut down the Rebels for much of the final 3 quarters, holding Ole Miss to just over 100 yards passing. Then Carter led the offense on one more drive that ended when Hap Hines gave Georgia its first lead of the night.
Hines going to try 48-yarder. Kopp sets it down, and the kick is reaching close. Good, he got it. Hap Hines stuck it in there.
The Georgia defense stiffened once again when freshman safety Terrell Biera came up with the biggest play of his young college career.
Fires down the middle, and we had it intercepted, and we got a man driving off to one side.
Vieira showed once again why Jim Donovan's not afraid to put freshmen on the field at key moments of the game. Dogs hold on to win 20-17, improving to 7-3 and advance to the season finale with Georgia Tech. The regular season finale came against arch-rival Georgia Tech in one of the most memorable games in the series' long history. A national television audience would see the Dogs amass over 550 yards of total offense as they showed again why this new breed of Bulldog proves on every snap it doesn't know the meaning of the word quit.
Bootleg right for Quincy. Back to throw. Got a man open, a tight end, and it is complete. We're breaking Randy McMichael on a long run and a touchdown down the middle of the field. And Quincy hands the ball to Robert Arnold. 5, 10, 15, touchdown! A quick opener, a tackle, Robert Arnold. Quincy pitches high to Patrick. He's got a man open. There's a long pass, and I think Greer caught it in the middle of the defense down on the right side of the 16. Runs the option, pitch to Sanks, who's going to get 5 yards. He's going to get 10. He's running. Touchdown!
Time after time, the Bulldogs rallied, taking their first lead of the game late in the fourth quarter when Quincy Carter passed to Javaris Johnson, who fought his way into the end zone for a 48-41 lead.
Quincy retreating, fires, and the tight end caught the ball. Javaris Johnson dives, the corner, touchdown!
Georgia Tech tied the score at 48, but it appeared the Dogs were driving for the winning points in the final seconds when controversy took over. Officials ruled that Jasper Sanks fumbled the ball, sending the game into overtime and the Georgia sideline into disbelief. The Dogs failed to score on their first overtime possession. Tech ran 2 plays, then decided to line up for the game-winning field goal.
In overtime, we couldn't score, and we blocked it. We blocked it, and the ball is being batted around, and a Tech guy picked it up. We tackled him down around the 20 or 21.
The Dogs' celebration was short-lived, however, because Tech had one more chance since it had tried its initial field goal on 3rd down. The second time, the Jackets' kick was good, ending a controversial game, but undoubtedly one of the greatest ever played in this storied series. Despite the disappointing ending, the Bulldogs were rewarded with a New Year's Day bowl trip to Tampa for the Outback Bowl against Purdue. And they received more good news when Quincy Carter announced he was returning for his junior season.
Your choice, heads or tails. He has called heads. If you'll toss the coin, we'll let it hit the ground. It is heads.
I'm always right.
Purdue wins the toss.
I want the ball.
They want the ball. If you'll put your back to that goal. Which goal you're going to kick from?
Again, the spread is only 5. There isn't a human being in the world that thinks this ball game is only going to have a couple of touchdowns and a couple of field goals scored in it. Holloman will kick off. The Outback Bowl in Tampa. Chad hit a long, booming ball 4 or 5 yards deep and down by Clopton of Purdue in the end zone. And we'll start this ball game with Purdue out in the 20. And Breeze back to pass, fires hard, and it's complete, a leaping catch on the 3. Chris James up high, and we hit him right there. Earl Chambers was the guy that knocked him back across the 5 of Purdue's going to be goal to go. And they bring a man in motion, and Breeze is looking, and Breeze fires, touchdown. And the kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 7-0. 3rd down and 2. We're up in the 45. With an eye, we handed the back and run him in, and I don't know if we got it. Yeah, he's at least a foot shy. And this puts us down into a 4th down and a half a yard. Dogs act like we're going to gamble on 4th down and a half a yard, and we are on our own side of the 50 on the 46. Quincy got the play from the sideline, steps into the huddle. 8.5 minutes. We line up quickly, and we toss sweep quickly to pass, and we're going to try to get him out, and we couldn't do it. Defensive back came up and just knocked him down. Shotgun Drew Brees, fake, goes to the left of the blocker, looks, fires, easy, open touchdown in the end zone. Kick is up there, and the kick is no good. They missed it.
So we're 13-0 with 7:10 to go. Quincy's in a shotgun. Purdue fans, and there's a lot of them here making noise. Quincy dumps it right over the middle. Complete, but they hit him right away, and he won't have enough. Drew Brees, who takes it and looks and fires. It is complete. And we tackle. Now they call touchdown. He rolled a yard in there. Vinny Sutherland for a touchdown. Purdue decides they'll go for two. They are on our 3-yard line. They're leading 19-0 with about a minute or so to go here in the first quarter. Brees takes a snap and looks and dumps it in there and misses him incomplete. Well, they've missed 2 extra points. Ball is on the Purdue 33. It's inside the 33. It's 4th down now and about 3.5. We're going to go for it. And that's what the Purdue stands wanted. They're up roaring at us. One running back, but Quincy's back in a shotgun with him. That's Arnold back with him. Sprints out to the right, gets in trouble, can't go anywhere, no room, and just runs out of bounds. And our defense, who's already played 4 hours in this first half, is back on the field again. Shotgun, Drew Brees going to take it and look and dump it on the left flat, complete on the 27-yard line, and he's going to go for the corner and score. Chris James, a wide receiver. It's 25-0. Purdue went for 2 again. I suppose, Scott, they've got 200 and some odd yards, and we're still sitting down there where we were earlier, huh? Around 50 or something of that nature?
Yeah, that's about right.
Purdue in a 4-3 setup. And Quincy wants to run a reverse and bring Edwards wide with blocking to the right for 10 yards. Terrence Edwards streaking down the right side over the 40, over the 30. One man with an angle, but they won't catch him. And Terrence Edwards scores on a long, wide receiver reverse. Terrence Edwards has gone almost 75 yards. And we get on the scoreboard, and it's 25-6. Set. They snap it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, and we are 25-7 with 9:39 to go in the half. 3rd and 7. Snap. Brees looking, throws on the left flat, complete. And he fumbled the ball when we hit him on the 40, and we recover on the 33. Jamie Henderson hit the receiver, Cedric Brown, a fullback, and Arantis Grant recovered, and the Dogs get a break and get the ball. Purdue's got 5 men on the line. Quincy hands it off. Fumble as he hit in that right tackle. Was that Sanks going in? Yes, fumble. Shotgun. Brees standing back there behind the line on 3rd and 4 and looking and fires, and we picked it off on the 10-yard line, and the Dogs got a man streaking. Jamie Henderson over the 50, comes over the 45 and fell off balance after a guy dove on him back in the 45. Jamie trying to lunge, stumbled off balance the last 5 yards. Drew Brees, the quarterback, was the one who dove at him, got him off balance, and he fell. Jamie almost went 90 yards. And Hines is going to try to give us 3 points to let us know that we still actually do have a chance. So the Purdue players who are controlling the stadium turn around and wave at their fans and ask for support. And we set it down, and Hines sticks it up in there, and the kick is good with 9 seconds left in the half. And we're 25-10. We're trying to crawl back into the thing with bodies all over the field and mistakes more than the bodies all over the field. Now it's a 15-point game, 25-10. Purdue's in a shotgun with receivers spread out all over the place. They throw out in the right flat, and we came up and just pop him. Tim Wansley really hit that receiver out in the flat, Donald Winston. And Brees runs a toss sweep with a running back. Montrell Lowe coming wide, ran right by 2 guys and 2 more. 30 and the 25, we shove him out. And they run a draw with Lowe, and we knock him down there, and he only got a yard. We're in a 3-man front and trying to blitz off the corner. Drew Brees throws to a man open, incomplete. He was going down in a sitting position, going to catch it early and could not do it. Mann and Wansley were both there with the receiver, and somebody tipped that ball. He was open for just a moment, and our defenders caught up. Purdue going to try. If you look at some of that stuff, you try to find a glimmer of hope with it, and you do, except the offense can hardly take a breath. Fake the toss sweep, throw back to the left on a screen to Edwards, who's got an opening to the 30, trying to cut back to the middle of the 35-40, spinning and going and down around the 41. Quincy's back in a shotgun and drops back. Now he's running for his life, throws, and a great reaching grab, but I don't know if he got the first down or not. Terrence Edwards came back, caught a 15-yarder. Hawthorne, the cornerback, on him, right around the Purdue 49, and it might be good enough for a first down. It is by about a half a yard. And we fake a toss sweep. We throw back to the left to Edwards, complete out in the flat, and he breaks off a man for 5, 7, 8 yards. He may have got 10 to the 34. On their 22, Quincy stops, runs a draw for 5. Going to get 10. He ran into an official who got in the way. They yanked him down to the 12. He got close to a first down. We go into an I, fake a sweep. Quincy sprints out to the right, fakes throwing, gets over the 10, and slides down around the 8-yard line. We're on the Purdue 8-yard line. Quincy wants to run a draw again. He breaks outside the tackle, and Quincy drives and scores. He got his body in over the goal line as 2 or 3 men hit him. In fact, he had Michael Greer, receiver, down there pushing, trying to help him block as he crossed the goal line. Quincy on a draw with no room straight in front of him. He leaned to the right and turned it into a touchdown. And now it's 25-16, and you're 9 points down. Now we'll go for 2 again. We only have 1 timeout left. We line up in a power I. And Quincy gives it to Terrence Edwards, and he pitches it out to Patrick Pass, who tries to go in a corner, and he got it in there by inches.
How about that?
Pitched it back to Terrence Edwards, who tight-roped the last 2 or 3 steps and got it in there. And we're 25-18. It's a 7-point game. Second down, a short 4. They run it again. We hit him around the 27 and drive him back a whole bunch of red shirts, but I believe he may have reached the first down. Now they spread 5 receivers. They pass it out on the left flat with blocking, and they break Sutherland down the side, and he can go. We will pull him down. He fumbled the ball as he hit the ground around the 30, but he landed on the ball. They keep people in close this time, and they run that fullback in, and we hit him and just knock him back.
No, he didn't get it either.
No. And a handoff to Lowe, and we crash and knock him down behind the line, led by Marcus Stroud, was the first man that hit him deep back behind the line. Yeah, it's held on the 28-yard line. Purdue trying to get 7 points back to 10. And they set it down, and the kick looks all right. It's up strong.
Oh.
No good. Off to the right.
Oh, man.
Takes it. Straightens up. Looks. We chase him, and he throws a long bomb. Out of bounds, incomplete down around the 10. He hands off, and Lowe tries to go in there, and our defensive line grabs at him. We act like we might blitz. Breeze straightening up, looking. We're coming on him as he throws incomplete to the left.
Georgia, meantime, has run off 18 in a row, but they've got 94 yards to go.
94 and a half. The ball's in a 5.5. We put 3 receivers out. We're down deep. Quincy on a pitch out to Patrick Pass, who's going to trip and go down around the 7 or 8. Quincy looking. We got a long way to go. Better than 90 yards. We're 7 points down. 1 back, 2 wideouts. Carter retreats to the goal line, throws down the middle, and it is caught, I believe, by Javaris Johnson on a reaching catch out around the 30, and a defender was hitting him at the same time. Turner hit him, and then Fells, the linebacker, hit him. Turner, the free safety, really hit him, but Javaris, a big 6'6" guy, really reached and caught a ball, and we got about 23 yards on the play. First down on the 30. He made a fine grab. Quincy underneath, going to run the option. Pitches it to Edwards, who dropped it. He caught it on a bounce and got thrown for a loss on the far side of the field. Second down, 14. We still need 7 points. Quincy takes it, steps back, decides to run. Broke away from 1 man, and then 2 more men hit him, and he gained maybe a yard and an 8. 5 wideouts. Well, it's 3rd down and 13. We may not see the ball again if we don't make it here. Snap. They come on him. He throws an inside pattern to Michael Greer. Flag down, man. Wants a penalty. Michael breaks over the 50, the 45, fights his way to maybe their 40. First down on the Purdue 40. Michael Greer really made an effort. We put 3 receivers right and only 1 to the left. Purdue comes up into 5-man line now. Quincy's in a shotgun, takes the snap, steps back and looks and dumps it right across the line, complete to the tight end, and it'll be a first down on their 27. Randy McMichael caught a ball. A 13-yarder. Joe Odom, a linebacker, got him. But we need 7. We don't need 3. 4:02, the clock says, and it's on the 26.5 where they set it down. Totally down and gone, 25-0. We've clawed it to 25-18 over the last couple of hours. And here we are on their 26.5 first down. 350, 349. 3 receivers close together on the right, 2 spread out on the left. Shotgun. Quincy throws it on the left to Edwards. No blocking, and they throw him for a loss behind the line. Edwards had Michael Greer behind him, but the defense overwhelmed him. Hawthorne, the corner, really came up, and that pass thrown over in the left flat lost a couple of yards. 3:24, the clock running. We're 7 points down. We are on the Purdue 28 now. Second down, a short 12. Barely a little over 3 minutes. 7 points. Still need 7 points. Shotgun. Quincy steps back, fakes once, throws hard. He threw it, I don't know, incomplete on the grass. We got back in this ball game. We still kind of have a shot at this thing, but now we're down to third down. A short 12 to go. We're on to Purdue 28. They haven't scored since early in the second quarter. We've got the last 18 points, but that's not enough. Up to the line we come on their 28, and we got to go to the 16 for a first down. Listen to these Purdue fans roaring against us. 4 wideouts, 3 right and 1 left. Quincy, shotgun, takes it, looks and looks. In the middle, Terrence Edwards caught the ball on the 10 and fell down to the 7.5. Edwards almost fell on the 10, but he leaned inside. We are going to be goal to go. They put it right on, touching the 7-yard line. We got 21 yards in that bite, and now we're down to 2:42. Terrence Edwards almost went down before he got a chance to come up and reach for the ball. We're 7 yards away from it, but we're 7 points behind with 2:33 to go. Dogs coming up to the line with 5 wideouts. Quincy in that shotgun. Purdue on a 4-man front. Quincy wants to run a draw. From behind, they grab him. He fell over the 5. Minute and 44. Now one tight end comes back. And Quincy pitches it and he falls down, but his knee at the ground. He fell down trying to run an option. He didn't take one step. He slipped to his knee. Tried to run an option with Patrick Pass. Fell down with 89 seconds to go. Took a loss of what? How much? He took a loss of about 3 yards back to the 8-yard line. Purdue called time, and I'm sure we'll thank him for that. 89 seconds to go, third down on the 8-yard line. You see what you've got to do, however, you got to score, and then you got to go for 2. There's not a lot of time now. You realize how many hours we played behind these guys? Almost 3.5 hours we've been behind. A little over. 89 seconds, but you need 8 yards, and you only got 2 plays. How many passes has he thrown? At one time, you told me 54.
Yeah, that's what he's got, 34 out of 54.
Well, we're on the 8-yard line, and we're down in the Purdue end of the stadium, where all the Purdue students are up roaring. Now, 89 seconds, and we're down 7, 25-18. Dogs walk up to the line. Purdue in a 4-man front. The linebackers are playing back about 3 yards. They're in a 4-4. 2 receivers left. Quincy slanting left, turns around and runs right. Stops and throws in the middle, and it is caught. Our tight end caught it. They hit it first. Randy McMichael caught a ball. The 2 defenders hit it. Willie Fells, the linebacker, was one of them. Quincy went one way, came back to the other, threw a bullet to Randy McMichael, but Purdue hit the ball and into McMichael's hands, so he had to grab it. Now, 79 seconds, and it's 25-24. Is Happine's going to try and tie the ball game up here off the 10-yard line? Kopp is in there to hold it. 79 seconds. 25-24. We're going to try and tie it up. Purdue massing most of the people on the left side. The kick is up. The kick is good. And it's 25-25 after almost 4 hours. The Dogs have come back and caught them.
And all that was a 94-yard drive, Larry. Our fourth 90-plus yard drive of the year.
So we're all tied up with 79 seconds to go. Here comes Purdue on their own 20 with 79 seconds. They are in a shotgun. Breeze takes it and steps back, throws it out on the right flat, complete, and the guy runs out of bounds deliberately, turns it into a 3-yard play. Cedric Brown, the fullback. Purdue on their own 22-yard line. We stumbled and staggered, and we scored with a deflected pass, and we tied them. Snap to Drew Brees, looking, whips it. Bang, we hit him, but it's a first down. They got about a 10-yarder, 11-yarder to Randall Lane, the wide receiver. Purdue first down on the 35, trying to come down now and save themselves. Brees takes it, throws a little high and out of bounds, incomplete up on the 45. We're just using a 3-man rush and playing a lot of people back. Brees back to pass. Fires down the middle, incomplete. And the crowd thought they were going to call interference on Mann. Randall Lane, the wide receiver, up around their 45, and Mann hit him incomplete. And now it's third down with only 49 seconds. 25-25. They got 25 straight points, and we got 25 straight points. In at the corner, snap to Drew Brees, who's standing back there, well protected, whips one. Oh, incomplete. He had it, and we knocked it out of him on the 46. Vinny Sutherland hit by Earl Chambers, and it's fourth down with only 42 seconds. 4th and 10, Purdue. 42 seconds. Rogers, their punter, in, standing on the 21-yard line. And his kick is beautiful. Wow. He kicked it a mile. Patrick runs way back to the 11-yard line. First man dove and missed him. Next man got him around the 20. And there's only 30 seconds to go, and we have no timeouts left. A 54-yard punt, a 10-yard return. Boy, he had to look up into that sun and retreat and catch a ball coming over his right shoulder. 25-25. We can throw a play or two, and then we'll have to go into overtime. 2 men very wide right. 1 man left. Snap. Quincy running for his life to the right. Throws high, incomplete up in the 32. Michael Greer jumped for a ball, hit it with his left hand. He may have deliberately thrown that a little wide of him because he was scrambling to his right. We're down to 25 seconds, and the score is 25-25, and that's a lot of 2 bits. Purdue. 4 men on the line. Quincy runs a draw, breaks out to the left, and touched the knee down where? On the 23, I believe. He got a yard or so. 16 seconds. Overtime right around the corner. Breathing this hot air on you. We're way down there on our own 24. And Quincy needs a block. He's scrambling wide right and throws a long desperation pass into their bench, incomplete with 9 seconds to go. He came really scrambling and threw a wild pass, incomplete. And we may have to kick this ball back to them on 4th down and 8. 9 on the line, a man out on each corner, and nobody to receive it. He'll go to punt. They got a man in, but he got the punt off. Flag down, they hit him. Ball bouncing and rolling, and it's going to roll down dead around the 33. Penalty flag, they ran into the kicker.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. The game will be extended by 1 play.
So this will give us a first down, and we will have to throw the ball. And very frankly and technically, if Purdue would commit a penalty on this play, we would have another play, because you cannot end the game on a penalty. We put 3 men to the right and 2 to the left. Do we Hail Mary it? Do we cross a pattern in the middle? Do we hook and ladder the thing? What are we going to do? Quincy in a shotgun, Purdue in a 3-man rush. He dumps it over to the right, and the Purdue linebacker hit the ball. Joe Odom almost intercepted over in the right flat. They read what we were going to do. We were going to throw it on the left flat, and Joe Odom, a redshirt freshman linebacker, over there covering one of our receivers in that flat, got a hand on that ball, and now we will have to go into overtime, 25-25. Delta Airlines, wherever you are, my God, hold the plane. Tie ball game, 25-25. Totally outplayed, bedazzled, and bestaggered, and just all over the place, committing penalties and everything, and suddenly we've caught them. And now, and we got so many people out of this lineup, it's incredible. So now we'll flip a coin.
We got to play some more, huh?
Yep, we're going to play some more. And now they will flip a coin. Television cameras got their cameras right out in there when they flip this thing.
Well, with all this offense, especially what Purdue had today, both teams held under their season averages for points. Purdue had averaged 33 points a game, and Georgia 28. Neither team got to that point in this ball game, as we are tied at 25 and having the overtime coin toss presentation down on that midfield. A lot of folks down there. I didn't know it took that many people to toss a coin.
We could sure use a fresh, strong, young running back who's got some legs. Catch the flip. They haven't told us anything yet. I guess they'll tell us now as they wait till all the captains break away. The flip is over, but they still don't tell us anything.
Georgia won the toss and elected to be defense. Purdue selected this end. There'll be a 2-minute break.
We are about to get overtime underway. 25-25. Purdue scored the first 25 points, and then Georgia scored the next 25, and that's the way this game went. Dogs with a pretty impressive comeback, and Purdue hasn't scored in hours now. We were the first game to get started in the new year, and apparently they're going to try to be the longest game of the new year as well. We're over 4 hours now. Purdue will have the ball on the 25-yard line as we are in overtime.
Purdue comes up to the line. They're on our 25. Overtime. Tie ball game. We're in a 3-man front. One of Purdue's 4 receivers goes in motion. Breeze fakes a trap. Sprints to the right. Throws back to the left, and it is incomplete. 2 in the left stack. 3 men spread right. Drew Brees in a shotgun. They bring a man in motion. He looks, and we're going to sack him.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody got in. Josh Millard got him back out around the 37-yard line. 25-25. We're in overtime, and Purdue is going to be third down. They say his progress stopped not on the 37, but on the 34.
Boy, Millard just ate Niedrich's lunch. He just bull rushed right up the middle for the big sack of Breeze and knocked him back down around the 35-yard line. Huge play.
Purdue is third down and 19. They are back out on our 34-yard line in overtime. They need 19 yards, just about that much for a first down. They need 34, just about that much for a touchdown. 5 wideouts. Breeze back to pass. Dumps it close over the line, complete. And we hit him down around the 26 by the sideline. Wansley and man hit Chris Daniels, their number 1 receiver, who crossed over left to right and got the ball to our 27-yard line. They're going to go for a field goal. It'll be 4th down. The ball's outside the 26, not quite out to the 27. Travis Dorsch will try another field goal. He's missed 2 in the second half. He's going to try this one from the 33-yard line. Travis Dorsch to try a field goal. They set it down. Overtime try. The ball is sailing. No good. He missed it. They didn't score. They didn't score. Don't fumble, you guys. Just kind of punch it in there a little bit now, and let's kick this thing, because we got Marietta on the sideline. Purdue did not score. Did not score in overtime. They've missed 3 field goals. 25-25. Now we will have the ball. Oh, offense, you haven't done anything. Just don't drop the ball now. And don't go backwards. We will be on the Purdue 25 in overtime. What do you do? Do you stab a couple in there and then kick a third down field goal? What do you do? Michael Greer breaks out left. Terrence Edwards breaks out right. Purdue puts 6 men up on the line. We put the tight end in motion. Toss, sweep, pass coming to the left. Trapped by himself, he jumped the man, and it's knocked out of bounds, but he got it all the way down around the 15 for a first down, I think. Michael Greer threw a block for him, the little receiver. Fells, the linebacker, forced him out. Pass took a pitch out on an option, jumped a guy behind the line, and then got over to the sideline, and Pass got us 10 yards plus 7 or 8 inches. We are on the Purdue 15 in overtime. 25-25. Looking into that sun. Shadows want to get a little bit long now, but my God, we've been here all day. We sprint Edwards. We break Edwards left. We break Greer to the right. Pass the back. The tight end now stands up on the left and comes over to the right. Purdue, 6 men on the line again. Hand off the pass, off the tackle. 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. And out of bounds. Where did he step out? They're going to say way back on the 6, I think. Patrick Pass got about 9. I started to look at the clock. I was going to tell you what the time was. It don't mean anything. Hawthorne, the corner. Nugent, the nose guard, forcing him out. Patrick Pass got 9 yards with hard effort because we blocked on the left side of that line, apparently, with Jennings and Herndon primarily. Now we're second down on the Purdue 6-yard line, 2nd and 1. Randy McMichael's help with the block. Dick Payne reminds me of that. What would you do here? You're going to kick a field goal and win it? You're going to try to score a touchdown. Robert Arnaud, a fresh back, has come in. 4 wideouts. Purdue, 5 men on the line. Quincy tries to run a draw and gets about 1.5 yards. Quincy tried to keep it, but he leaned in and got us a first down, I think, on the 4.5. He only needed 1 yard, and it was a short yard. Quincy talking to an offensive lineman as he stands up. Big Jennings. He and Jennings are on the bottom of the pile. First down on the 4.5. We got 1.5 yards on the play. So the Purdue band is trying to blow it in our face down here in the corner. God, hang on to that ball. Ball on the 4.5 yard line, 25-25. We played hour after hour after hour. We're in the 4th hour or maybe beyond. We line up in an I, and Purdue's got 6 men on the line, and we drive and get 2 feet at right tackle. Patrick Pass trying to run in front of Arnaud. Arnaud has had to play quite a bit of fullback in this second half. Pass trying to drive at right tackle. We could not open it up.
Here we go. Here comes Hap.
We got 0.5 yard. We put it right in front of the goalpost with that slant at right tackle. All right, Hap Hines. Hap Hines with Kopp to hold. Hap Hines looking into the sun. Hap Hines, who saved us in Oxford, Mississippi. Overtime, Purdue's blowing that train engine at him. 25-25, they're roaring at him. We're on the 4 yard line. We set it down, and Hap sticks it up, and it's good. And Hap Hines has defeated Purdue in overtime. Holy my God, we came back and beat him 28-25. We had no business winning this football game. They got 25 straight points, and we got 28 straight points. Hap Hines stuck that thing up in there. They missed 3 field goals in the second half. They missed 2 two-point plays in the first half, and the Dogs have won 28-25. Hap Hines, who saved our can down in Oxford, Mississippi, has now saved us also here down in the Outback Bowl. Oh, Delta, hold the plane. Please hold the plane. I'm talking about the second plane, not the one that's leaving now. I want the second one. 28-25. Georgia, an impossible rally, and I'm going to tell you something. We didn't even really look too good while we rallied. This was not a great, smooth offensive machine that made the rally. Look at some of the players dancing out there in the field, though. We have defeated Purdue 28-25, and the other guy threw the ball for 1,000 yards, and he threw it 1,000 times. The squad is out in the middle of the field jumping up and down at this moment. I'm not believing this thing. Final score 28-25. The call of the game after these words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
Congratulations.
Yeah!
Tell me about that touchdown catch.
Hey, I knew that. Hey, I don't know what happened. I just got lost. And when I saw him from behind, I said, he going to miss his ball. And it just stuck to my hand in my helmet. So, you know.
Like you had Velcro on your hands.
Yeah.
What was the motivation for you guys in the halftime, though, the fact you guys are down so much the first half?
Because, you know, we knew that wasn't us playing. You know, that wasn't the Georgia team that we knew we were capable of playing. And all season we've been a second half team, and we just came through in the second half this time.
Thanks.
How in the world did you make that catch?
Well, I just concentrated on the ball. I mean, I slipped a little bit, but I got up, concentrated on the ball. It's just a good catch.
Terrence, that's the biggest catch in your career.
It's a big
I mean,
catch.
it's a young career, let's admit that.
It's a big catch. We needed 4th and 12. What can we say? Just look at the scoreboard, 28-25, baby.
Looked like for a minute Quincy didn't know for sure that you had made the catch. He looked the other way. He was over on the Purdue bench at that point.
I don't know. I didn't look at him. I just like, thank God I caught this ball at 4th and 12. You know, we just starting this thing out right for next year.
Didn't quit at halftime.
We didn't quit. I mean, it just seemed like we want to play it better when we was down. The Auburn game, I mean, we lost, but we fought back. Vanderbilt game, just all them games that we had to come back and win.
Yeah.
I just think we need a little adversity in the season, been like that with Coach Watson dying and little things that. So, I mean, we just need to end this thing all right, and we did.
And you're on everybody's shoulders there at the end. What a proud moment for you.
It's going by real quick. I wish I had about 10 more years to play here. I'm going to miss these guys, so.
You knew it would come down to you, didn't you?
I was hoping it would. You never try to dream too hard on that because you always got to stay a little focused with what's going on in the game. But that's just, once we got the ball down there and Coach said field goal team, I said this is a victory. So it's great to go out. It's great to go out on top. It's great to be a Georgia Bulldog.
Why didn't you guys give up when it was 25-0?
We were a strong team. You know, it's many times that we came out, you know, slow, and then at the end we pick up, you know, and that's what we did today. Yeah. Came out slow and picked up at the end when it really counted.
And I think we just relaxed a little bit and realized there's no way we could play any worse. So we just made a lot of good effort there, and it was just great to see us come back and win like that.
You never gave up. You never, ever gave up, did you?
Nah, you know, in a game like that, you can't, Bill. And, it's just without saying this team has a lot of guts, and this victory can only just give us a whole lot of motivation for the 2000 season, and we're going to work real hard in the offseason, I can bet you that.
Georgia wins it 28-25 to finish at 8-4 and heads into the 21st century with a new, invigorated attitude. With Quincy back in the fold, the new year looks to have great things in store for Jim Donnan and his Bulldogs. With their deepest talent pool in nearly 20 years, Georgia seems poised to take the next step on the road to an SEC title. For this new breed of Bulldog, the lessons of 1999 will serve them well as they continue their quest in the journey to be called champions.